Hey, this is Russ. Continuing on again. Yep. Second half of my ride here. So the other day we were talking about length of videos, and that I was making them fairly long because it just it gives me something to do. I can talk to you guys while I'm riding. So I was on the path on July 4th. Today is still July 4th for me, but not for you. And I have to say that there was a lot of people on the path. We saw a police officer on the path on a motorcycle, illegally riding the path with a motorized vehicle. See how I did that? And so we said hello to him, wished him well, and went on my way. So I'm continuing my ride from then. I'm just riding the streets again. The bike path was fairly busy, so I got off of the bike path. Okay, I'm gonna pass these people here. Good morning. Got a car behind us, so we're gonna let that car go, but he's not, so we're gonna have to signal and go. He was slowing down. I was slowing down to let him pass me, but as I slowed down, he slowed down. So I guess we just had to go without him. So I am continuing on the streets because the path is too busy already for the 4th of July. What time is it now? It's 9:27. I've traveled 10 miles so far on this trip. You know, people have asked how many miles do you do on a typical trip? I don't know. I would say, if I had to guess, 16 to 18 miles maybe, something like that, on a typical ride. Sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less. A lot of it depends on how much battery I have. If I have a lot of battery with me, I'll go longer. If I don't have a lot of battery with me, I won't. I always keep an eye on my battery. In the Magicycle, initially I was looking at the voltage itself. But then I started using the percentage. It's usually right up on the top of the display screen, tells me the percentage left. Seems to be relatively accurate. I mean, I try my best not to get down below 10%. It's not good for the battery, first off, and then also I don't want to be too far away from home if that thing starts getting too low. Alright, let me grab some water. I've been talking for a while now. This is, again, like I said, this is the second ride. I do like putting the water bottle on the front basket. Yeah, you got to reach down a little bit to get to it, but you know, anywhere you put a water bottle, you got to reach down to it. Unless you put it on top here. Magicycle has some bottle holder things here, but that's right at the area where you have clearance. The whole point of this mid-step is to give you clearance. The minute you put a bottle holder there in a bottle, you kind of lose that clearance. So yeah, I don't do that. But again, bikes don't have a good place to put bottle holders anymore because you've got a battery in the way all the time. So companies put them there, but really it makes no sense to use it, in my opinion. Maybe not so in the bike company's opinion, but yeah, and I guess if you don't care to lose your mid-step section, then yeah, you could put a bottle there. There's no problem then. But again, hopping off the bike, I like having that extra clearance there, so I don't do it. All right, where are we heading now? I have no idea. We've gone down this road quite a bit in the last several days of rides for you guys, just exploring the neighborhoods in this area. It is the same direction we would head if we were going to Bussy Woods. Kind of the same direction we would head if we were going to like the Prospect Heights Trail. We'd have to take a left eventually for the Prospect Heights Trail. But yeah, I haven't gone to Bussy Woods in a while, and I really don't intend to. I mentioned before too that all of the negativities I've ever experienced has always happened at the Bussy Woods area. And I think that's taken a lot of the fun out of it for me. This is the problem when people are mean to other people and they make comments. Okay, let's turn there. Did we go down this way before? I don't know. They make comments to you and it just kind of sticks with you. I don't enjoy it anymore. I mean, it is the nice long path. I probably will do it when I want to do something longer, but yeah, they've taken a lot of the fun out of it for me. So the only really good path that's a distance now would be the North Branch Trail. That is quite a distance for me to ride. As you know, I have to ride some major streets to get there. I don't do it often. I do it, but I don't do it often because it is a distance ride. To get there and get back, like if I hit the Botanic Gardens, it would take me 64 miles for that ride. And that's not the part that holds me back. It's not the distance. It's the commitment of once you start going there, you got to make the commitment to do the 64 miles. Otherwise, why even bother to go? So I only do it when I'm in the mood to go major distance, and I have to have batteries that'll do it. This is why I keep thinking that maybe keeping the Rad Rover might be a good idea, because I know I have the distance on that because I have two big 20 amp hour batteries on a bike that claims 750 but I think is really 500 watts. It doesn't eat as much power as this Magicycle, so it can go the distance. I have my doubts whether the Magicycle can do that long distance of a ride. Oh yeah, we did do this before. Yeah, and then we took a right here. Yeah, let's take the right again. This is a relatively busy street, but there's nobody here now. And usually when I'm on a street like this that's relatively busy, I will throttle up and go a lot faster just to get off the street, because I don't prefer to be here. So I try to get off as fast as I can, and the only way to do that is to speed up and then get out of here. So we're doing about 22 miles an hour or something like that now. Hey, you should recognize this, because the video a couple days ago for you would have been coming through here. Yeah, I think we were talking about the Ex-Nito helmets at the time, something like that. Hey, somebody asked me too, why don't I use suspension seat post? And I said, well, first off, I'm used to not having one. I'm actually okay not having one, quite frankly, but I'm a heavy guy, so I can't just use any suspension seat posts. I have to have ones that will hold my weight. Those are usually relatively expensive if you want a good one. There are cheaper ones, but I'm just used to a standard seat post. If I see a big bump coming, sometimes they'll stand up on my pedals, so I don't take the brunt of it then. That comes from my regular biking days, you know. I don't stand up as much, but I'll kind of step up a little bit so that I don't get the brunt of the impact. So that's why I don't do it. People have asked me too, why don't you have a dropper seat post? so that you don't have to hop off the bike. I don't know, I just kind of felt like up and down on that thing is kind of a headache as well. So didn't want to do it. I've never had it before. I don't think I've missed it if I've never had it. I guess if you get used to it, then you're going to always have to have it. And, you know, I do switch between bikes. I'd have to do it on 2 bikes. And then soon, other bikes are coming in. If I like those bikes, I may hang on to those bikes for a while. So if that's the case, do I put one on every single bike? Or do I transfer back and forth with a seat post every single time I ride a bike? It's just a little too much for me at this point. If I was a single bike rider, that'd be another story, but I'm not. At this point, I usually ride a couple of bikes. My preference right now is these large cruiser bikes. That's usually what I'm riding, is either Magicycle Cruiser or the Rad Rover 5, and the Rad Rover 5 is getting less and less mileage on it because I'm using the Magicycle more. It is my preference bike at this point, only because I like the ability to climb the hills if I need to. I don't have any problems with it, and on top of it, I have decent brakes on it now too, so I feel more confident on it. So I did ride the Rad Rover once recently, and I felt like my brakes weren't enough. All right, where are we here? Okay, I think heading back, I've got to take a left here. So let's look at some stats here. I've been riding about 12.5 miles. Current odometer on the Magicycle is 435. My maximum speed today was 23.2. Average speed was 13.3. I've been riding for 56 minutes. Kind of nice to be able to cycle through the stats. Oh, somebody asked me whether I used one of these apps that kind of keep track of my bike rides. Nah, I've never did it before. I don't think I really want to keep track because I always go to the same places anyways. It's no real big deal. So I don't bother to keep track of any of my rides. I just ride it. And then, of course, you know, many of you guys are pedaling all the way through, and I'm not. A lot of times I'm throttling when I'm talking on these rides. My rides sometimes go additional distances after I stop with you guys. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes I'm done and then I head home. But a lot of it has to do with how much battery's left. Right now I got 49%. I've got a lot of battery left still. Half the battery's still available to me because I haven't been hard riding. You know, based on the speeds I've been going, this is why I only have 13 miles on the bike for this trip. If it was faster speeds, I'd have a lot less because it would be eating up my battery. Well, that coughing has nothing to do with my coughing normally. It has to do with water going down the wrong pipe. There. Oh, well. Trying to clear that through. I think we got it. Yep. You don't want to be drinking water and having water go down the wrong pipe. That'd be bad. So anyways, I'll let you know, I lowered pedal assist level 4 on my bike I only have it set up for 5 levels of assist. I lowered number 4 because number 4 was actually too the leaf stuck there, was a little too high. And then I lowered number 5 too. I've been thinking maybe I will go to a 7 level of pedal assist to give it a try. Because I was being jolted a little bit going from 3 to 4. Maybe those slight little incremental steps might make it easier. And then I also mentioned too, I don't like to ghost pedal. As you know, ghost pedaling means your bike is going so fast that you can't really even catch up as you're pedaling. Sorry. So I figured, why make the thing so high up that you can't catch up on your pedaling? So I kept thinking about this whole idea of ghost pedaling and thinking that maybe manufacturers don't give us the right gears to not ghost pedal because maybe by law they're trying to keep you within the 20 mile per hour range, and if you go past that and they give you the ability to pedal way past that, maybe that kind of it's not good legally. I don't know. I have no idea what the real reasoning behind it is. I guess that could be one of the reasons behind it. But I've always said, why don't they have a second ability to put like the front gear shifters that they used to have on like 10-speed bikes. You have a front shifter and then you have a rear shifter, right? Or rear derailleur, front derailleurs. Why don't they give us another ability to do that? Maybe because of that reason. I don't know. I mean, some of our bikes go really fast, and I've always wondered too. I know that the legal limit is 750 watts at 20 miles per hour for class 2 type bikes and things. And so, but some bikes go way, way, way fast. People have said it's basically a motorcycle with pedals on it. Yeah, in that sense, I don't know if I want something like that. I know a couple of people have mentioned, take a look at some of these other bikes that can go really fast. I don't really want to do that. Some people are. It's okay, if that's what you're into. I'm not. I do go faster than the 20, admittedly. I don't feel that comfortable at 28 miles per hour, quite frankly, even though my bike can do it. I usually try to top out at about 24. Even then, I feel like, okay, that's pretty fast. And now some of you guys don't even do that. I mean, some of you guys won't even go past 15 miles an hour. So everyone has their limits, right? I don't say it's wrong for someone to want to go faster. I don't stop them from doing it. I'm just saying that for me, I don't want to go that fast. I just know that what happens if you get into a crash at that fast speed, it's not going to be good for you. But, it's just like race car driving. Is that good for everybody? No. Do people do it? Sure. There's the thrill and excitement of some speed, right? And a lot of people like watching it. I mean, will they do it themselves? No, they'll probably never do it. But they don't mind watching it. It's just like me. I don't mind watching it. I just don't want to do it. But irresponsible riding at that speed, that I would put my foot down on. I mean, if you're going to go that fast, but you do it legally, that's another story. I don't know where you legally can ride those, though, quite frankly. Even when I see motors that say you got a 1,000-watt motor, I mean, if our legal thing says 750, can they legally sell those 1,000-watt motorbikes? I don't know. I don't know what the law states on that. Maybe some of you guys do. Maybe you can enlighten me. I mean, there's bikes that say, hey, our motor is 1,000 watts. Our motor is 1,200 watts. Can they legally sell that? And if they can, where can you legally ride that? I mean, is it the person who buys? Let's just give it an arbitrary number. Say 1,200 watts. The guy buys that 1,200 watt motor on his bike that was commercially made. Okay, let's clarify it. Commercially made 1,200 watt motor. I don't know if these things exist. I think they might. 1,200 watt motor goes way past 28 miles per hour. Where can you legally ride at, or can you legally ride something like that? And can you legally buy something like that? I think you can buy it. Can they legally sell it, or are they illegally selling a bike with a motor that big? Because the legal limit of the law, my understanding, is the 3 classes, class 1, 2, and 3, each of which has a maximum legal limit of 750 watts of power. Okay, now, is that nominal power? Because we know, for instance, this bike is a 750 watt motor, but we know it peaks at least 900 watts. I think it actually goes further. I think the meter just says 900, but I think it actually goes further. It's my guess. I don't know for a fact. But let's just say it's 900 even. That's now over 750. Are you breaking the law by peaking your bike at 900 or higher? Or is it just that the nominal setting should be 750? What is the law state? I don't know. I've looked it up, and it's not been very clear to me. It just says that these are the 3 classes, and they always state the 3 classes, which I understand. 750, 20 miles an hour, class 3, 750, 28 miles an hour under pedal assist, not under throttle assist. And we know that this bike will do 28 miles an hour throttled assist. So is that illegal? Or is it not legal for them to sell it? But I don't know. I don't know how that works. So anyways, if you know, put a comment. We'll get the conversation going. Okay, let me say this too. Let's not argue in the conversations if we're going to talk about this, all right? Let's just put your information out there of your understanding of it. And if it's right or wrong, don't go and jump all over people, all right? We're just trying to clarify it. I will say this. Since my channel turned from a knee replacement channel into an e-bike channel, there has been more colorful conversations on my e-bike videos than there has ever been in the knee replacement videos. I find that sometimes I have to moderate some of this stuff, shutting some stuff down. Others I just let go. I mean, there's one thread that's been running forever. I don't know how many comments that thing has, 30 or 40. I just let you guys say what you wanted to say. I've gotten so far out of it that I don't even read it anymore. I don't think I want to read it anymore, to tell you the truth. Some of it gets a little heated in there, and I keep thinking, should I shut those down or not? I said, that's too much effort. Look at this car. What was that? Ferrari? What is that thing? That was cool. Hey, if you know what that car was, that green car we just passed, put a comment. I know some of the new Corvette Stingrays out there kind of start looking like Ferraris. They're so sculpted now that, wow, it's just amazing. Always thought I'd like to get a car like that. When I was a kid, come on, every kid wants something like that, right? Probably still do. I'll never have a car like that. Never say never. You never can tell. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.